How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Howie Tells a Story with Time. And it's me, Howie, your gamer. So this week, I thought that we would talk about things that are totally not embarrassing whatsoever. Apparently, in my family, we have a problem. We have an issue. It's just a slight one. I don't know if you guys watch my podcast with Arresting Normality, but Aaron and Cody always like to joke about how much I poop. Well, disclaimer, there's gonna be a lot of poop discussion in this. If you don't like pooping, now is not the time to be watching me. They always talk about how much I poop, and there's always a big joke. Well, there are stories for that, and you are about to find out exactly why they always say stuff like that. So, turns out that diet plays a big important role in what your guts do, etc., etc. And I am a terrible, terrible person when I was younger and didn't pay attention to that at all. In fact, until more recently. Turns out eating food makes you feel like shit if you eat shitty food. When I was younger, I could never really control what was going on in here. My mom says that it's something called microscopic colitis. Now, I'm pretty sure that people are just making this shit up. Apparently, it just is it makes you poop. It makes you not be able to control your poop. And so when you gotta go right now. When I was younger, that happened a lot, where if I did not go to the bathroom right then and there, something would come out. It might be a toy. I remember with Aaron in particular, one time, I think it was because I got my check cashed and we're going to get my check cashed from McDonald's, because Aaron, God bless him, used to give me rides back and forth to work all the time. So I'd give him money for gas. It was a mutual beneficial relationship, because I'm pretty sure I paid him entirely too much to do that. So we go up and we're standing in line and the teller goes next, and I go walking up there, and suddenly I realize, oh man, I don't feel so good. Me and Aaron are sitting there telling this teller, yeah, I just want to get this check cash and stuff like that. You ever have a little squeaker you want to just like squeak out there? You know, just sneak a little one. Not maybe, you know, that's very dangerous for me if you haven't figured this out already. So yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, Turns out, that was not a fart. That was what they call a Cracker Jack fart. It's got a surprise in everyone. So what is my reaction to this? Because it was quiet. Didn't make a noise, fortunately. Yeah, so what was my reaction to this? Naturally, I just started laughing. Like, uncontrollably. Like, Aaron and me are sitting in line at the teller. The teller is standing in front of me. And I just start going, pooped my pants in front of all of these people. And they haven't figured it out because it wasn't a lot. It was just kind of like, you know, Aaron looks at me and goes, what? And starts, like, because I'm just laughing. And he starts laughing. And so the teller goes, what? And I'm not telling them. And she starts laughing. So we're all sitting there. Or I'm laughing because they don't know that I just pooped my pants. And they're laughing just because I'm laughing. Power of suggestion. Who knew? I just remember sitting there going, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening right now, because I'm an idiot and can't control myself, and I just started laughing. So we leave the bank and whatnot, and Aaron goes, dude, what was that all about? And I told him what was going on. He's like, you're disgusting. I still remember him because we didn't know each other that well at this point. Like, we were friends, but we hadn't been like good friends for a while like we have now been. But he looks at me, you're disgusting. This day, Aaron has this very confused, and we're going to set the record straight right now. Immediately after, I was so embarrassed, and like, I felt like something was wrong, you know, because like, I just pooped my pants. So I called my mom. What else are you going to do? I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I pooped my pants at the bank. And Aaron, to this day, when I tell this story, or whenever he's around and tells this story, and he will attest that I called my mom, and I was proud as could be. It was just like, I pooped my pants in the bank. Couldn't be further from the truth, but I'm glad it gives him a chuckle because it did suck. No, I was genuinely worried because I've had problems like this for a long time. When I was a little kid, I had problems like this where I would just like, oh, I gotta poop, and if I don't do it right now, it is bad. It's bad. So anyway, that's not the only one. We got another one for you. So, this is another hunting trip with me and my little brother. These ones are always just plagued with great stories. So me and my little brother, he wanted to go dove hunting. So we went down and ate an incredibly greasy breakfast, which turns out that could be a cause of why my stomach might not feel so good. We're wandering around. He's got his shotgun and I'm, walking with him, and we get a good ways away from the car. And this is when I realized I done messed up. This is when it began to hit me like a 10-ton brick. All of a sudden, I realized that I needed to go right now. And we're out in the boonies. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me to hey, just go behind a bush, because at the time we were out in the middle of the field, no one was around. I didn't. I was like, oh, I have to get back to my car, which is 2 miles in that direction. Let's go. And so off I took to go get to my car. Naturally, I got to this point where there's okay, there is a U. In the middle of this U is a big canyon, right? And the road goes all the way there. Here's Howie. Here's his car. I have to walk all the way around to get to there, right? Where me car is. So I'm walking, and I got to about yay. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make it. And so what did I do? I looked over the edge of the canyon thing, and it was kind of steep, but it was slope. And I was like, if I bail off the edge right there, nobody will be able to see me from up on the road if a car comes by, right? Right? So I bailed down there off the edge of the road into that little area, and I proceeded to try to do my business as best as I could, because it was not pretty. So this is when the events started to take place. So first thing that happens is a truck from behind me comes by, and this guy is driving so if you're coming this way, right, I'm on the other side of the road that he should not be driving on, but for whatever reason, he was driving on the wrong side of the road, so he was right up next to the edge of the road where I was off taking a poop. Now, he looks over and sees me, and he stops his truck. He stops right there and looks down at me from his giant truck. For whatever reason, it had a lift kit, I don't know, but he could see over the edge of this thing perfectly. He's like, hey down there, are you okay? And he got to about, and then realized what I was doing, and he goes, hey down there, are you and starts laughing like a maniac, and what do? He pulled away fairly quickly after realizing what I was doing. In all, my pride had been killed at that point, and no, it gets better. This isn't done. This is not done. And so around, remember, I'm over here somewheres, and my car is over there or whatever. And so here comes a tractor from this side. And what I didn't take into consideration is if you're coming this way, you could see directly at me, right? So this was a bad spot in general. So I'm sitting there kneeling down, and this guy is on a tractor, and I remember him being the most typical tractor driver I've ever seen. He's got a big straw hat, freaking corncob pipe. He's sitting there driving his tractor along, and he stops his tractor, and I can see him across the way. He stops his tractor, stands up on the seat, and does this in the most comical way that I've ever seen anybody do this. They are very clearly looking at him, and he's looking at me. And he discovers that this boy is then pooping off the side of the road because he couldn't make it to his car, which is conveniently parked right next to his tractor. And he starts doing the most animated laugh I have ever seen anybody doing. When you watch a cartoon and they're like, oh, and holding their bellies? That is what this guy's doing while I'm sitting there taking a poop. And the whole time, I'm mortified. I don't even have the snarky sense to, wave or do anything like that. No, I'm just sitting there oh, God. Finally, these people leave, I finish my business, and we get back to the car. And Challen's laughing, of course. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever. Well, it's still not done. I don't know if you guys know what a trail cam is. Well, a trail cam is set up to have wildlife be observed without their knowledge. And it's like a hidden camera out there that they just leave out in the wild, and if something moves in front of it, it turns it on. And then they can see whatever moved in front of it, right? Well, whoever the genius was that put one right off the side of the road right there discovered this and is friends with my little brother, apparently, who then told my little brother, hey, I caught this guy pooping on my trail cam. I didn't poop on the trail cam, okay? I pooped near the trail cam, and he happened to capture the whole epic moment with people laughing at me and everything. Somewhere out there in the world, thankfully not on the internet, is a video of me pooping in the brush with people laughing at me. And I'm really glad that it is not surfaced on the internet. What is the point of me telling you this? Purely views. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's right. That's what we're doing out here today. We are hustling and getting them views. No, honestly, actually, the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because largely, I believe, and now I may be wrong. I have some medical background, but I'm not a doctor. If you're having issues like this, one, go see a doctor. Like, if you can't control your poop, go see a doctor. You don't have to live like that. I did for a long time because I'm dumb. But go to a doctor. And you know what? Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but you talk about it for 5 seconds, he gives you something or sets you up with something or tells you to change your diet and you feel a million times better. Me personally, what I did, I started eating better. I stopped eating fast food and I stopped drinking soda all the time. And I haven't had issues like this for a while now. And it's great. So just remember to take care of yourself, everybody. Yeah, some funny stories can come out of it, but it sucks, and it hurts, and it's uncomfortable, and everybody laughs at you. So thank you for laughing at me. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys in the next Howie Time with Story Bob. Please don't poop. And also ring that bell, and like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos, or I'll poop. Peace.